Hi, my name is Kayla Fricky, and today I'm going to be presenting my literacy concept map and recommendations for teaching. So let's just go ahead and start by showing you the map first. And as you'll notice, the constructs are in one color and then the processes are in another. I think that this just makes it easier to look at and to understand. And if we take a closer look at the map, I noticed that while working on this, that there were a lot of arrows that were pointing towards the reading process, the comprehension construct, and the writing process. So if we take an even closer look, we'll notice that writing and comprehension, writing has an arrow going towards comprehension. It also has an arrow going towards fluency, and writing also goes with spelling. And reading, the arrows were moving from reading to comprehension, comprehension to reading, reading to phonological and phonemic awareness, and reading with vocabulary. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about my recommendations. So for my first recommendation, it's going to be for reading instruction. And a great way for students to comprehend a book or a long reading passage is to actually create an A through Z comprehension summary response. And this activity can be done individually, with a partner, or even with a small group. Each student will be handed a piece of paper with the letters A through Z listed vertically. So this is something that we see here below. And the students must find one fact from the book or the very long reading passage that actually corresponds with the given letter. So, for example, if I was reading my book or my passage and I saw something that began with the letter M or something relevant from the story, I could say, M, Mary used oven mitts when taking something out of the oven. My next recommendation is for writing instruction. And a great way to teach writing instruction is to actually have students think about one of their favorite memories. Was it when they tried a new flavor of ice cream, or when they went to Disney a couple summers ago, or when they were just hanging out with family at a backyard barbecue? So once they've actually thought about their memory, go ahead and have students talk about it with another student or even with the teacher if that's an option. And then after talking it over, students will have the opportunity to write down the keywords from their story. So if it was going to Disney in Florida, they would write down their keywords as Florida, Disney, princesses, princes, food, whatever was the main part in their story. And then if students are in a higher upper elementary grade level or even in middle school and then they have a better grasp on writing, they would actually think of their memory and then write a story about it. That's going to be a lot longer and go with a lot more detail. So, my third and final recommendation is to build relationships with students. And there are actually a lot of different ways that we can build relationships with students. One way to do this is to actually play a get to know you board game. And this is when the teacher and each student will get a board game with questions on it, and everyone must go around the room and answer the question. So, once the question has been answered, they will place a chip down until the game has actually been completely finished. And then this just allows the teacher to learn fun facts about students and relate to their future and relate to this in the future using the activities and the fun things that they like. So below I have attached an example of the game board that you could use. Again, you can make your own. You can find one online. And you also don't have to play the whole entire game board, because if you do have 30 students, that would be quite a long game. You could also just pick and choose a couple questions that the students are interested in talking about, but we do want each student to answer the same question that we pick, so maybe pick a couple as a class to do. One of the questions that you could pick to do would be, what was the best thing you did this summer? If you had $100, what would you do with it? What's your favorite animal and why? And then what is your favorite holiday? So this is my literacy concept map and recommendations presentation. Thank you for watching.